Hey everybody, it's Carl here. Just thought I'd shoot a quick YouTube video, show up some recent pickups I picked up recently in light of Black Friday that just happened. And I know I haven't shot a video in a while, just shooting old school style YouTube video here and with my fancy background that I have. As you guys can see, all my great lighting that I have. It's just amazing. So I wanted to talk about some stuff that I picked up recently. Picked up some good stuff. Black Friday, record store day just happened. Always enjoy going to do that. So the first thing that I'm going to show off here is the Love, the complete Elektra albums release of Love. Like a lot of people didn't own a lot of these albums. I have a bunch of copies of Love Forever Changes, various reissues, and not so great condition original that I've picked up over the years. But I didn't have any of these other albums. I know Music on Vinyl reissued them like maybe 10 years ago. Never got around to picking up any of those. So I just thought this was a nice way to kind of pick up all the Love albums. And, you know, it's a very high quality set. Box looks nice. All the albums look great. Cut by Chris Bellman. I think everything's pressed in Germany. It's very nice. Played the first album. Sounds great. Comes with this nice little booklet, which I've read a little bit of. Talks about, which is always nice to get in these kinds of things. Talks a bit about the origins of the band. Why they're important, how they ended up with Elektra, stuff like that. So yeah, this is going to be an amazing thing to dig into. I thought there was a lot of value here, especially for me, and I was really excited to see this put out for Record Store Day. So that was the one Record Store Day release that I picked up on the release day. Obviously there might be more, but that's what I grabbed. Also here, like a lot of record stores, my record store was discounting older Record Store Day titles. So this is one that I did not pick up in the spring for Record Store Day 2025. Is Charlie XCX Number One Angel. Not going to talk too much about it here. Really enjoyed Charlie XCX, kind of her version of pop. I think this album's originally from 2017. Was kind of going for, I think $200 to $300 the original pressings were, and so they did a reissue of it for Record Store Day, which was great. Wasn't able to pick this up on the day as it sold out. My local record store was able to restock it, and there was one copy left from that restock, and so it was discounted for Record Store Day Black Friday, so I picked it up. Really excited to have this. Only have one other, I think, Charlie XCX album, but this is kind of a cool thing, and hopefully I can add some more. Enjoy your stuff a lot. The next one I got here, this just arrived today actually. One of my favorite Canadian rock bands from the 80s. Love all that stuff, Bryan Adams, Platinum Blonde. There's so many great Triumph, so many great Canadian bands from that era. And this one is the new Honeymoon Suite album, Wake Me Up When the Sun Goes Down. Great record. Honeymoon Suite, the last 10 years has really been like putting out an album every 2-3 years, I think. So this is their latest one here. I pre-ordered it off the website, and I asked for them to sign it, which you can order it signed or unsigned. I got the signed, so they opened one up, signed it for me. They do this pretty much with every release. Again, just classic kind of, they really stay true to their sound. The songwriting's always great pop kind of melodies in with this like 80s rock kind of thing going on. I Fly is a great song. Crazy Life, Live On is a great song. So lots of great new Honeymoon Suite songs on this album. I really feel like they're just kind of putting these albums out for the fans. I don't think they're expecting any big, they're already a great band. They already have a great legacy, and they just kind of, they put out these albums to give the fans more new material, new songs to listen to. They're always great. So always enjoy picking these albums up from Honeymoon Suite. Comes with a nice little lyric insert here, which is always nice to see. And, last few albums they've been putting out on, some fancy colored vinyls and stuff like that. This one they just put on the classic black, which is fine by me. overall, great release. Really happy to finally have it. Pre-ordered it probably a few months ago, and really happy that it's here and I can listen to it. My kids picked me up some albums for my birthday, so it's always cool to see what my youngest son, he's really into Christmas obviously right now, so he picked me up some Christmas albums. He's just turned 4, so he picked me up Willie Nelson Pretty Paper, which is an album that I love. Willie Nelson, haven't picked up this album I don't think yet, so he got me this nice reissue copy of it. Of course, Willie doing a bunch of classic Christmas tunes on here. It's great. I've heard these songs many times before. It's nice to have the album. I think it was originally from '79, so this is really cool. Love Willie. He's a great interpreter of music. He really is good at taking a song and putting it out in his own way and making it special. He's just one of those artists that can do that. The next one he got me here is Disney's Christmas Favorites. Again, always nice to find these in good condition. Love the artwork. Again, just a bunch of classic Christmas carols on here with the Disney branding. So really cool. Thanks to my youngest kid for picking those two. My oldest, my kids really developed an interest in AC/DC. As a kid, I had like the live album. I think I might have had like Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap on CD. I think I had this album as well on CD as a kid. So, but lately my kids have been really interested in picking up more AC/DC for my collection. And so my kid for my birthday got me AC/DC Who Made Who, which is soundtrack to, I think, Stephen King movie, Maximum Overdrive. Yeah, it says right here on the back. It's some new material mixed in with some of their hits at the time. You have Who Made Who, which was a new song created for this. But then you have You Shook Me All Night Long, Sank the Pink, Ride On, Hell's Bells, Shake Your Foundation for those about to rock. And then I think there's some instrumentals that they created for the movie as well that's on this. Overall, really cool. All great songs. Love AC/DC. So my kids love it, obviously. So, that's great. Next one I picked up here, clean copy of this came into my local record store, and that's Flying Burrito Brothers, Gilded Palace of Sin. Great album. Graham Parsons, Chris Hillman, No Intervention Records reissued these, from the tapes and stuff a few years ago. Just never, everyone said they sounded great. Just never ended up picking them up. I have the comp. There's like a 2-disc comp of Flying Burrito Brothers. I've had that. That's kind of always done me. But it was nice to see an original copy of this. It's great. There's some great songs on here. I'm a little bit mixed on this album. There's like some phenomenal songs, and then there's some songs that are, okay. But, it's nice to have this album. Big Graham Parsons fan. So, yeah, really excited to find an original clean copy of that. I also picked up the new Neil Young Tonight's the Night 50th anniversary reissue. Comes with the album. Oh, geez. Plus a second disc with I think 6 additional kind of tracks. Neil Young kind of does this for his releases. Kind of takes, he puts out like this archival box sets, and then he'll kind of curate some of the archival stuff and put it into these types of releases. So that's really great to have. Love this album. It's part of the Ditch trilogy. It's fantastic. But again, it's an album like the Love albums. It's just difficult to find originals in good condition. It had a black cover. The covers are always, worn out. The albums always seem to be trash. So, really, really happy to pick that one up. Sounds fantastic. Next one I got here, this was a nice original, Blue Rodeo's Casino. Great Blue Rodeo album. Just hit after hit after hit. Starts off with Till I Am Myself Again, which was the big hit off this album. But basically every song on here is like if you're a Blue Rodeo fan, it's a pretty big Blue Rodeo song. Just great song after great song after great song. What Am I Doing Here? 5 a.m. A love song. Montreal, Last Laugh. After the Rain, You're Everywhere. I mean, it's just great Blue Rodeo song after great Blue Rodeo song. So really happy to find an original pressing of this from 1990. I think they've reissued it recently too, which is nice. They're reissuing and pressing some of these older Blue Rodeo albums again, which is nice. See, I picked up a few of those, but hadn't picked up this one, so it was nice to get an original copy. And the last one I have here is Faces Early Steps. Rhino's been reissuing a lot of Faces material, and this one they did for Rocktober. This is supposed to be before recordings from before their first album, First Steps. So be right after Rod Stewart took over from Steve Marriott as the lead singer. So you got Ronnie Wood, Kenny Jones, Ronnie Lane, Ian McLagan, fantastic band. You know, all those guys are amazing. They put out so much material between the bands, their own solo stuff. I mean, it's really a lot, and Rhino's been doing a good job kind of getting it all out there and reissuing it, and as it slowly trickles out, I slowly pick it up. You know, there's always new stuff that's of these bands that's always kind of being uncovered, just because they recorded so much live stuff with the BBC and stuff, and those recordings weren't always kept, and you know, there's transcription discs and tapes and stuff, and people recorded it off the radio, and stuff's always showing up all the time. So there's you know, always lots of material that's showing up, and you know, people are finding it in their basements or whatever. And you know, there's a lot of European reissue labels putting out more unofficial, quasi-official stuff. So yeah, it's great to see, you know, the stuff kind of coming out. It's always great. Love it. Love the Faces. And that's it. That's all I have. So thanks again for watching. Take care, VC. Bye.